Hi guys, thank you for joining us today for this webinar. My name is Billy. I'll be giving you guys a brief overview of all the platforms that Zerodha has to offer. Okay, so firstly, I'll start with the trading terminal, which is Kite. So the URL for the website is kite.zerodha.com. So once you go to the website, you'll see an option called Login to Kite, right beside which you'll see an option called User Manual. So just click on that. It'll take you to the user manual where you'll get all the details of how to use Kite. Uh, Basically, it's very detailed. It includes all the subtleties and nuances as to how to use Kite. You can go through it as per your convenience in case you need a place to refer in the future. Okay, to get started, once you open your account, you would have received two emails. One is a welcome email, and the other one is with the password. The welcome email will contain your login credentials for both Kite, that is the trading platform, and Q, that is the back office, that is the reporting tool. And you can you're supposed to so Kite and Q have the same login ID, but they have different passwords. So to log into Kite, enter the user ID that you've received in the email and enter the password and click on login. Okay, once you do, if it's the first time that you're logging in, you'll get an option to pick security questions. You'll have to select 5 out of 10 security questions. Now these security questions, you'll have to answer these security questions every time you log in, because this is mandated by the exchange. Okay, so once you select the 5 questions, you can select an answer. uh, you'll have to enter them and click on login. Okay, so once you do login, if it's the first time you're logging in, you'll get the option to reset your password here. You can keep your own password. Okay, so once you log in, initially it'll take you to the dashboard. In the dashboard, you'll see the funds that is in equity, in commodity, and also your portfolio, that is all the holdings that you have, and also if you're trading in futures and options, your open positions. All right, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see under the holdings, you'll see the total investment that you've made, and the current value of the investment as of the present date. And if you have any profit and loss, you'll be able to see that as well. And along with that, you'll see a tree graph. This is just for better visual representation. You can sort that by current value, or the investment value, or profit and loss. Okay, next is on the main page, towards the left of the dashboard, you'll see the market watch. And the market watch is where you'll be able to add the scripts and make your place your buy and sell orders. Okay, so this has a universal search bar, irrespective of whether you want to select a stock in NSE or BSE, or if you want to select a option contract or a futures contract, or commodities or currency. You'll have to type it in this one place itself. Okay, you'll be able to add 20 scripts in one market watch, and there are 5 market watch here, so totally you'll be able to add 100 scripts. Okay, and currently I've added the Nifty 50 index. In case you want to add indices to better monitor the markets, for example, if let's say you want to add Sensex, you can just type in Sensex. Okay, and to add anything to the market watch, you just have to type in whatever script that you want here and click on the plus add to market watch symbol. So once you do, it'll show up here. Okay, and once it's in the market watch, you can also move it around. You can adjust it, you can reposition the scripts. Okay, now if you want to add any other index, you just have to type in indices here, and all the different indices will show up. Okay, and you can add any if you want. Next, if you want to add, let's say you're trading in stocks, you want to add a share. I'll take Reliance for example here. You just have to type in REL, that is the spelling of the stock, and then click on Add to Market Watch. Okay. Once it's added to the market watch, you'll be able to see it here. And if you hover your mouse over that, you'll see different options. One is the buy option, one is the sell option, and this is the market depth window, and the chart, and the stock widget. And there's an X mark here. If you click on which, the script will get deleted from the market watch. For example, I'll delete Bank Nifty October futures from the market watch. Okay. Now you can see this basket here, a suitcase which says 31. That implies that I have 31 shares of Reliance in my holdings. Okay. So if you hold any shares, you'll be able to see the quantity in the market watch as well. And the percentage change of Reliance, as that is how much the price has changed compared to the previous day's close, you'll be able to see it here. And if you want to change it, and you want the actual figures instead of the percentage, you just have to click on this toggle price here. Okay. Next is I'll just show you how to purchase stocks. So for example, if you've selected Reliance, you just have to click on B here. It'll open up the buy order window. Okay. Once the buy order window is open, you'll see a lot of different options here. Firstly, you'll see CNC. CNC means cash and carry. So if you're buying any share, you'll have to pay the full amount, and only then you'll be able to make the purchase. You'll need to have that money in your trading account. Now, CNC is for delivery based trades only, and you'll be able to do intraday trades with CNC as well, but you won't be able to open short positions. That you won't be able to sell first and buy later under CNC. Next is MIS. MIS is it's mainly for intraday trading, and whatever positions you open under MIS, you will have to square it off before 3:20 in the afternoon. Otherwise, the RMS team will square it off, and uh, basically it'll be squared off by the RMS team. So the thing with MIS is you also get leverage here, and the main reason people use MIS is f- uh, for a lot of stocks we provide margin here. So in case let's say you have 100 rupees in your account, you'll get an option of buying stocks for 3 to 14 times of that money. That is up to 300 to 1400. So you'll also so if you go to zerodha.com, just a second, and if you click on menu, you'll be able to see an option called margin calculator here. Okay. And if you select, this is basically the margin calculator for all the script. Basically, whatever leverage we provide or margin we provide, you'll be able to calculate it here. You'll get an option to check margin for futures and options, equity futures, commodity, currency, equity, all of the above. And you'll be able to check here if that particular stock that you want to trade in, it's if it's allowed for an MIS trades, and how much leverage you'll get on that. For example, Reliance. So I know that I'll get 14 times, and I'll be able to calculate how much margin I need in my account to trade this under MIS. Okay. Now, getting back to the different order types, firstly, you have the market order. Here, let's say Reliance is trading at 939.75 rupees, and you want to buy Reliance and you place a market order. It'll get purchased at whatever the current market price is. Okay. And next is to place that, you just have to enter the quantity. Since it'll be purchased at the current market price, you you the you won't be allowed to enter the price here. The that particular option will be grayed out. Okay, so you just enter the quantity. Let's say five. I want to buy 50 quantities of Reliance. I just enter the quantity and click on buy. Okay. Now the next option is the limit option. Here you'll have to enter the price. Now with the limit orders, what you get the option to select the price at which you want to purchase or sell. So for example, if the current market price is 939.75, and let's say you want to buy it at 930 rupees, you can place a price. You just enter the price here, and you can click on buy. Okay. You also have the disclose quantity option here. Let's say you want to buy 50 shares, but you don't want the other market participants to know the exact quantity you're buying. You can enter a different quantity here, but it can't be more than the quantity that you're buying or selling, and it has to be a minimum of 10%. Okay, so it's not compulsory. It's useful only if you're trading a large quantity of shares. Okay, so you can go ahead and ignore that. For all practical purposes, you can ignore that. Okay, next is the stop loss orders. With the stop loss order, it's basically you can use it to protect, cover your risk. So for example, let's assume that I've already purchased Reliance shares. Okay, and I've purchased it at 939.75. I don't want to take a loss of more than 930 rupees. Okay, so what I'll do is with stop loss orders, it's similar to it's so what I'll do is I'll enter the price at 930. Okay, and I'll enter the trigger price as something slightly above 930. For example, I'll enter it as 933. So what will happen is I've bought it at 939. If the price comes down to 933, the trigger will be hit and the order will get sent to the exchange, and the order my stop loss will get executed between 933 and 930. So the maximum price it will get sold at is 930, or it could get sold anywhere between 930 or 933. So it's totally up to you, and it depends on your analysis, and you can set the stop loss and trigger price based on that. Okay, now with stop loss market, you just have to enter the trigger price. For example, in the same example, if I enter my trigger price as 933, the moment the trigger price is hit, that is the moment the price drops to 933, whatever the best available price is in the market, it will get executed at that. So it could be at 933, it could be at 932, or it could be it depends basically on the bids and ask. Okay, so this is the difference between stop loss and stop loss market. It's basically you'll have to specify price in stop loss, and in stop loss market it's just the trigger price. Now if you there are also other options here. If you click on advanced option, you'll see options called regular, BO, CO, and AMO. You'll also see an option called day or IOC. Firstly, I'll cover the day and IOC. If you select day orders, whatever orders you've placed, it'll be valid till the market is open. Okay. So for example, if I place my order in the morning, until the market closes, that particular order will be valid. But if I select immediate or cancel, that is the IOC orders, whatever orders I place. Now, for example, let's say I placed a limit buy order in Reliance for around 938 rupees. It'll get sent to the exchange immediately. And if there's no seller at that price and the order doesn't get executed, it'll immediately get cancelled. Okay, so it's always better to select a full day validity order because it'll be there till the market closes. Next is the bracket order and cover order. So bracket order and cover orders, basically these are mandatorily only for intraday trades. Okay, you won't be able to place bracket order and cover orders for delivery based trades. That is, if you want to take overnight trades for more than one day, you won't be able to use bracket order and cover order. Now, I'll start with cover order. Cover order, basically, it's you're placing simultaneously two orders. Your initial purchase or sell order along with the stop loss order. Now, for example, let's say in the Reliance example, if I want to buy a share, and So cover orders in Kite is only market orders, but if you're using Pi, you'll be able to place limit cover orders as well. Okay, so if you're buying a cover, placing a cover order here, you just have to click on buy or sell. Also, you can toggle between the buy order and sell order window if you just click on this little circular button here. Okay, so for example, let's say I want to open a new short position with a cover order. I'll just place a sell order at 939.5, which is the current market price. If I click on sell, a new position will be open. Now in the trigger price, it's so since cover order is a market order, the stop loss order will be a stop loss market order. And as I explained earlier, you just need to enter the trigger price. So if let's say you've shorted it at 939.75, and you want to place you don't want to take a loss of more than, let's say, 5 rupees, what you'll do is you'll place a trigger price of 944 sorry 944. Okay, and you'll get the exact range, and it is compulsory that you will have to place your trigger price between the specified range, otherwise your order will get rejected. Okay, so the same applies for buy as well. The thing with cover orders is, along with your initial buy or sell orders, you'll have to place a stop loss mandatorily. Okay, next is the bracket order. It's similar to the cover order, but you'll be able to place a limit order here. In the first leg of the order, when you're buying or selling, you'll be able to place a limit order. So you can enter the price. Let's say, for example, I want to enter 935. Okay, you can enter the quantity here. And here you'll be placing in bracket orders, you'll be placing three simultaneous orders at one go. That is your initial first leg buy or sell order. Along with that, you'll have to mandatorily enter the stop loss, and along with that, a target. You also have the option to enter a trailing stop loss, but then again, it's not mandatory. So I'll get to the explanation. Just so one important thing in bracket orders is that you'll have to enter the difference amount. For example, let's say I'm buying it at 935, and you don't want to you don't want to take a loss of more than 930. What here you'll have to enter the difference amount, that is 935 minus 930. Okay, the same applies to the target as well. So let's say you've bought it at 935, you want to sell it at a price of 945. So what you'll do is you'll enter 10 in the target, the window that you get here, you'll have to enter the difference amount. Okay, now if you enter the absolute amount, your order will get rejected. Now next is trailing stop loss. As I said earlier, this is optional. Now the thing with trailing stop loss is, you let's say I enter my trailing stop loss as 1. Okay, now let's say the price moved from 935 to 936. So what will happen is, when the price moves by the point that you have entered here, which in this case is 1, when the price moves from 935 to 936, my stop loss will also move by 1 point, that is from 930 to 931. Okay, and in case I'd entered my trailing stop loss and put the thing as 3, in case the price goes to 938, the stop loss will move from 930 to 933. Okay, it's optional, it's not mandatory. And also, if you're placing a trailing stop loss, you won't be able to edit the bracket orders. Okay, so that covers bracket order and cover order. AMO is aftermarket orders. For example, the advantage of AMO is, let's say you you're not able to sit in front of the PC and monitor stocks, or make purchases and sell your shares during the market hours. Let's say you have to work or go to office or something like that. So basically, you can place aftermarket orders. Okay, in aftermarket orders, you'll be able to place only market and limit orders. Okay, so you'll have to, if you're placing a market order, you just have to enter the quantity, whatever the moment the market opens, whatever is the best available bid or ask, it'll get executed at that. And with limit price, you can enter the price here. uh, it'll be valid if you select a day, validity here. It'll be valid till the market closes, and whatever price that you've entered here, for example, if I've entered the price, if I've already hold shares of Reliance and I've entered the price of 950, if the price gets to 950, it'll get executed. Okay, so this is an overview of the order window. So since the markets aren't open right now, what I'll do is I'll just place an order in the commodity markets, just to give you guys an example. Okay. Say, for example, I choose to trade crude oil. Just a second. I choose to, let's say I want to buy it. I'll click on the buy order window. I will select a regular order. I'll place a market order, and I'll just click on select one quantity and click on buy. Okay, so once you place an order, you'll get a notification of whether the order is executed or not. You'll be able to see in the bell icon here. It'll show you that this order is completed. And to see your order book and trade book, you just have to click right next to the dashboard. You see an option called order book. You'll be able to see it here. So since I placed a market order, it got executed immediately. So I'll be able to see this in the executed orders, which is my trade book for the day. Okay, so you'll see that it's been executed at 3403. So once your order is executed, you'll be able to see it in your positions for the day. So right next to holdings, you'll see an option called positions. You can just click on that. You'll see your open positions. Now, let's say I want to exit this position. Uh, if I just hover my mouse on it, I have an option to add it as well. So if I click on add, I can make another purchase. Like I can purchase another lot of crude oil futures. And if I click on exit, my position will be exit in that. Also, this will show you the profit and loss that position has made for you as well. And in product type, it's showing as NRML because while placing the order, I selected NRML and I didn't go for an MIS order. Okay, in case you wish to change your MIS position to normal, or you want to convert your normal position to an MIS position, you get that option here. You just have to click on this right arrow mark and you click on convert. Okay, and you'll get the option to convert it from there. Now, for now, I'll just click on exit. Okay, I'll sell it at the market price, and I'll be able to see it in the order book. The notification just came and it was executed at 3401. So you'll be able to see your executed orders for the day under the order book. Now, let me just place a limit order. Okay, I'll just place it at 3400. Okay, and I'll just click on buy. Okay, since I've placed it at 3400, the price has not yet reached that, and you'll be able to see the top 5 bids and offers. If you click on the market depth window, the shortcut is D. So that's the third option here. So you'll be able to see the best 5 bids and offers, and also the details of expiry, the volume traded, the open, high, low, and the close. The same applies for equity as well. Okay, so you'll be able to see the total volume, the high, low, the close, basically uh, the details of the market depth. Okay, so here once to see the open orders that's there, to see the I mean if you want to see the open orders that you've placed, just click on order book you'll be able to see it there, and you'll right under status you'll see the option called open. So if you want to edit it, you'll be able to do so from here. You can convert it to a market order, you can make it a limit order, you can edit the price, you can also edit the quantity. Okay, so for example, let's just say I edit it to 3401, make the quantity as 2. Okay, so it's edited, and in case I want to cancel it, I can just click on the cancel button. Okay, you'll be notified of the cancellation as well. Okay, next I'll move on to the holdings. Under holdings, you'll be able to see all the shares that you have purchased and are right now in your portfolio. You can scroll down, you can individually filter out, search it. For example, if I do AB Capital, you'll be able to see the individual stocks that are there as well. Okay. Next is funds. This is basically where you can see the total margin that you have in your account, and also the margin used. For example, if you've made any losses or if you've made any purchases, the margin used will show as positive. That's basically the money that is due from you. And if the margin used is negative, that is if you've sold anything and or if you've made any profits, it will show negative, which means the money is due to you. Okay. And for example, now the margin available is 4980, and the margin used, that is the loss I've made here, is 20. So that's why this is showing as 20 here. In case it was negative, it would have been a profit. Okay, now if you want to add funds, you'll have to click on this green button here. You can just click on add funds. You'll have to enter how much, select the segment, which segment you want to add it to. Both of them have different accounts, and you just click on continue. Also, a heads up here, if you're making a payment using the Kite gateway, or if you're making a payment using Pi, you'll be charged 9 rupees plus taxes. That comes around 10 rupees 60 paisa. Okay, in case you want to avoid this, what you could do is you could go on to zerodha.com. Okay, scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see an option called fund transfer. Here you'll get our bank details. You can add us as a beneficiary and make an IMPS transfer or an NEFT transfer. And the NEFT transfers take up to 3 hours, 3 to 6 hours, and IMPS transfers happen almost immediately within, like, let's say 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, just a moment here. Okay, that pretty much covers Kite. Let me just move on to our reporting tool. Okay, so you just have to hover your mouse on where you can see the ID. And if you click on the second option, Q back office, it'll take you to that is the reporting tool, our reporting tool, that is Q. Okay, here you'll be able to see your, basically it gives you an overview of all your account details. The total equity account value, it basically gives you a graph of your portfolio. Okay, next under home, you'll see an option called funds. So here, this is where you make your withdrawal requests from. Now, let's say you want to remove money from your trading account and add them to your bank account. This is where you'll have to place that request. Okay, for example, whatever, let's say you have 1 lakh in your trading account, you want to withdraw 10,000, you just play enter the amount here and click on submit. You'll see a pending request. In case you don't want it, you can just click on cancel. Okay, so one more important thing, if you're trading in equity and if you've placed your request before 7:30 p.m., that is 7:30 in the evening, you'll get the money the next day, that is 24 hours. So we process all the withdrawal requests at 7:30 p.m., and once it's processed within 24 hours, you'll be getting it to your bank account. And for commodities, the cutoff time is 9 o'clock. So if you make your request before 9, you'll get it the same day, that is before the bank closes. And if you make it after 9 o'clock, you'll get it before the end of the next day. Okay, so here you also have an option called IMPS transfer proof upload. Uh, Earlier, I showed you the bank details and I said that you can make an IMPS transfer. In case you make an IMPS transfer, you'll have to enter the amount of how much the transfer value was, and you'll get a reference digit, reference number. It's called the UTR number. You'll get it either by email or you'll get it via text message from your banker. Okay, and you just have to enter it here and click on save. And in case you want, you can enter the screenshot by clicking on choose file here. Okay, so once you do it, within 5 to 10 minutes, the funds will reflect in your trading account. Okay, this is not mandatory for a lot of the banks. It generally happens automatically, but it is recommended that you do so, because whenever IMPS transfers are made, we won't get the details of your bank account. Okay, next option is portfolio. Here you'll see three options. One is open positions. Here you'll be able to see all the futures and option contracts, the open positions that you have. You can select the contract here. You can also enter the date. You can just click on show, or you can alternatively download it as an Excel file. The next is holdings, where you'll be able to see all the shares that you hold. Okay, you can again filter it out by entering the symbol here, that is the script symbol, and you can also select the if you want to see your holdings as on a particular date, you can do that as well here. Okay, you can scroll down, you'll be able to see the list of shares that you own. And also, in case you want to pledge your shares in order to get a collateral margin, let's say you have shares worth 1 lakh, and you don't have funds in your trading account, you can pledge these shares, and we'll give you the money, we'll give you margin after a haircut. Let's say you have 1 lakh, you're pledging shares worth 1 lakh. We'll give you around 90% of it, which again, it varies script to script. It's not the same for every script. We'll give you that money in your trading account, and you can do intraday trades, or you can take future positions in futures, or you can sell options using that money. Okay, so to do that, all you have to do is click on the small symbol that you see right here, and once you do, you'll be able to pledge it from there. Okay, so you can enter the quantity and pledge it from there. So if you do it before 4, you'll get the money the next working day. If you do it after 4 p.m., you'll get it the next day. Okay, so this is about your holdings. You'll under portfolio, you'll see an option called OFS. Basically, if a company ever announces a corporate action of OFS, you'll have to enter those details here. Okay, next is profile. You'll get details of your depository and the DP ID of IPO application, and all other details under profile. Okay, you also get pre-filled forms here. So in case, let's say you have a trading account, you want to open a demat account, or you have a demat account, you want to open a trading account, or basically it gives you a lot of pre-filled forms here. Okay, referrals. Under referrals, you'll see an option called refer. So let's say you have a friend, or you want to refer somebody to open an account in Zerodha. You can enter those details here and click on submit. Somebody from our sales team, they'll get in touch with them and help them get their account open. Okay, so the thing with referrals is, so every referral that you make, whatever brokerage they incur, right, we'll give you 10% of that. So 10% of that will be you'll be getting it to your bank account. But the minimum amount for withdrawals is 2020 rupees. Okay, next important part, this is quite important, it's the ledger. So the ledger is like your bank statement. So all the debits and credits that have been made to your account, you'll be able to see it here. Okay, so you can select the segment, you can select equity or commodity, you can select the date. For example, let's say I choose from date of 1st October. You can select the to date, and you can just click on show. You can download this as an Excel file as well. Okay. So you'll be able to see all the debits and credits here. So you'll be able to reconcile that with your records. Okay. So the next important thing right after this is in reports, you'll see the profit and loss, the trade book, the profit and loss statement, and the contract note. Okay. So the PNL is where you can select a segment. You can calculate your profit and loss from a particular date. This is basically to give you a picture of if you're profitable or not. So you'll have to select absolute here if you want to know the absolute profit and loss that you made. If you select indicative, indicative will give you the profit and loss you've made for a particular period. Okay. And challenge PNL is I'll get to that later. I'll cover it under the 60-day challenge. Okay. So the next thing is the trade book. The trade book is basically it gives you data of all the trades that you have taken. For example, if I enter, let's say I select 1st of October, every trade that I've taken in futures and options from 1st of October, I'll be able to see it here. I'll be able to see the trade date, trade time, the exchange, the price at which I bought it for, and the type, if I've sold it or if I've gone long. Okay, so the same applies for equity as well. You'll be able to see those details here. And once again, you can download it as an Excel file. Next thing is the tax PNL. This is basically if you need your profit and loss statement to be audited by your CA, or uh, if you need to get audited, you can download the tax PNL. And the next thing is the contract note. So the contract note is basically the bill for. So if you buy anything at a shop, you get a bill, a bill, right? Similarly, if whatever trades that you've made for a day, you'll get it in the contract note. It's mandated by the exchange for a broker. Every broker, they will have to send out the contract note within 24 hours of the trading. So generally, you will get it th- before the end of the day. For example, if I've traded today, I'll get it by the end of today, or else I'll get it the next day morning. But if I want to see it, you'll get it via email. That is, we at Zerodha will send it to you via email. But if you want it at the end of your trading day, that is Q back office updates at around 6 o'clock. So you'll be able to download the contract note for the day. You just have to select the exchange, choose if you want it via PDF or Excel, select the date and click on download. You'll be able to see the details of all the trades that you've made. Okay. Next is Quant. I won't go into details about Quant. It's basically an analysis tool, and right now we've disabled it, and we will be notifying all the clients once it's active. Okay, so the next thing is Spy. You'll be able to download our desktop trading terminal just by clicking on download Pi. A zip file will be downloaded. You just have to extract it and click on install. I'll be going through Pi shortly. Okay, I'll just show you how Pi works. We also have an option called Pi Bridge. This is for traders who use other charting software. Basically, you get the option to link that charting software with Pi. In case, let's say you have an automated trading strategy which you have using an AMI broker, you can use Pi to execute those trades. So this covers Q. Next, I'll be covering our direct mutual funds platform. Just give me a minute. Please bear with me. So you just have to go on to coin.zerodha.com and click on login. Just a minute. I'll just enter my ID. Okay, Coin is basically a platform where you can download direct mutual funds. The biggest advantage direct mutual funds have over regular mutual funds is they don't have dealer commissions, which over the long run will save you a lot of money. Okay, so to let's say I want to buy a direct fund, I'll just have to log in. It's the same login credentials as on Kite. You enter the same login ID and password. You once you log in, it'll take you to the dashboard here, similar to the Kite's dashboard. You'll If you own anything, you'll be able to see it here. If you have purchased any funds, or if you've started any SIP, your order history, you'll be able to see it from here. Okay, now here, I have an option to see direct funds, non direct regular funds. So let's say I want to purchase a direct funds. I'll click on direct funds here. I'll get a complete list of all the direct funds that are available on Coin. Alternatively, I can just it type in a mutual fund, a direct mutual fund, a plan which I want to buy it. I'll be able to see it from here. Okay. For example, I've taken Motilal Oswal Most Focused 25 fund. You'll be able to see the NAV here. And if you want to make a lump sum investment, you can click on Buy Direct and enter the amount and click on Buy. You get an option to enter a conditional order. That is, if the NAV goes to a certain price, only then your order will be executed. You have the option to do that here as well. Okay, you can also start an SIP. If you want to start a monthly investment, then you can just click on direct SIP. Okay, and you'll be able to start the SIP from here. So you'll just have to enter the amount. Okay, and you'll have to select the frequency. If you want to make monthly, weekly, or quarterly investments, you can select that here. Okay, and just select the installment amount and click on Start SIP. Okay, just a second. Okay, so as you guys see here, you'll see an option here called Direct Saving Calculator, and you can calculate how much returns you can expect with the based on the past performance of this mutual fund. Okay, and you'll be able to see the other details as well. And if you scroll down, you'll see an option where you can see all scheme related documents. If you just click on that, it'll direct you to the fund's website and you'll be able to see it from there. Okay, and once again, it is recommended that you buy direct funds, because direct funds, they don't have dealer commissions, and because of that, the expense ratio is a lot lesser, due to which over a long period of time you'll be able to save a lot of money, because the that is the dealer commissions, they eat into your profits. Okay, so please bear with me. So we're done with Coin. Let me just go through the trading platform, the stock trading platform that we have. Just a moment. Okay, so uh, Pi is opened up here. So firstly, this area here, this is your market watch. You'll be able to add script here. You just have to select the segment here. For example, let's say I select NSE. Here I'll have to select normal. I select EQ, that is the series of stocks here. I select the company, for example, Reliance. And I just click on add. So it'll be added here. You can also add a default preloaded workspace. You just have to click on file, uh, do predefined workspace, select NSE, and you'll be able to add a predefined workspace from here. Okay. So what you'll have to do here is the same applies here. If you want to if you want to buy something, you can just click on buy. You right click, or you can use the shortcut F1 for the sell order, and also bracket orders and cover order as well. You'll be able to see the different type of orders here. And if you select if you click on orders here, you'll also be able to see the order book and the trade book. It's pretty self-explanatory here. It's similar to what we saw on Kite. The main advantage of Pi that we have over Kite is there's an option called alerts and artificial intelligence. Here, you can uh, use, let's say you have a strategy, you can uh, code it based on uh, based on your strategy. You'll get alerts, and also you'll be able to backtest your strategy, and you'll be able to do it from alerts here. If you click on create scripted alerts, uh, basically this is based on the trade script, which is the language that Pi uses. So what let's say you have a strategy and you want to backtest it. What you can do is we have a trading forum, which I'll get to shortly. You can post your queries there with regards to if you need any help with regards to coding your particular strategy. We have a team there who'll help you get your strategy coded, and you'll be able to use that particular code to backtest it or give you alerts. So they're called expert advisors. Okay. So what I recommend you guys to do is we already have a webinar on Pi. It's there on our YouTube channel. You could just go through the webinar once. It covers this in more detail. Okay, so I'll just exit this. Also, one more important thing which I missed, it's quite important. I apologize for that. Is the charts. The chart features in Kite is basically to open up a chart. For example, let's say I want to open up the charts of Reliance. I just have to click on the chart symbol here, which is the fourth option. Once I click on that, the chart will pop out here. Okay, you'll be able to see the charts. And what you can do is you can select the time frame here. You can select from 1 minute to a month. For example, by default 1 day charts will be open. I can select the hourly charts, for example. Okay, so you can select the time frame here. And if you go on display, you'll be able to see the chart style here. You can select a candle chart, a bar chart, a color chart, line chart. Basically, you can select the type of chart that you want here. I'll keep it as candle. Okay, and you can also select different themes here. That is, if you want a darker settings, you can basically edit it here. You can also create your own theme. If you click on new theme, you can select the custom colors here, and you can save the theme. And next time, whenever you open a chart, your default theme will load up. Okay, now if you want to add indicators, you'll have to click on studies. Uh, for now, the ATR indicator is added. Let me just add in the moving average, for example. and you can select the period here. You can select it on the open, high, close, or the volume. It's depend you get many options here. It depends on how you want to conduct your analysis. So I'll just select the close here, and you can type you can select different types of moving averages as well. I'll just select the exponential. You can select any offset, and basically you click on done. The moving average shows up here. So if it's basically if it's a normal indicator, it'll show up in the bottom. If it's an on-screen indicator, like a moving average, it'll show up on the screen itself. So basically, to add an indicator, you could go here. You can just click on search here. For example, let's say I want to add VWAP. You can add it from here, or alternatively, you can just scroll down as well. Once you clear it, you can just scroll down. Okay. And also, if you want to remove a particular study, for example, let's say I've added an ATR. Oops, sorry, just a second. Okay, and the ATR is added here, and I've added the moving average. I can just right click on it. I can edit it, and I can also delete it from here. And if it's not an on-screen indicator, and if it's uh, down below, you can just click on the X mark here. It'll be removed. Alternatively, you can do the clear all settings here. Okay, so next is let me just cover views and layouts. Let's say you've added indicators and a couple of indicators. Okay, now let's say I've added volume as well. So once I've added these indicator, I can click on save view. So next time I can just enter it as view here. The next time I open up a chart, I won't have to manually add the indicators. It'll open up by default. I'll just have to click on save views here. The same goes for layout. If I click on save, let's say I've drawn a couple of let's say I've drawn a support line or something like that, a resistance and a support line. And if I click on save preferences here, the next time I open up the chart, the same thing will open. Okay, and this, if you click on this pencil here, it'll take you through the different drawing tools which you've got here. You can scroll down, you can go through the different drawing tools we have here, and you have the option to clear it as well. Okay, the next option is the crosshair. If you can select the crosshair, and if you click on this info button here, you'll get the details of the candles as well. Okay, and if you just click on this, it'll refresh the chart, and this is the option to pop out the chart. Okay, so you get a bigger, clearer picture here. So this was about the charts. Let me just bear with me for a minute. Okay, so next I'll cover the different social forums that we have. So what you can do is just go to zerodha.com. Okay, so once you click on menu, you'll get an option called education, under which you'll see an option called varsity and also trading Q&A. We also have another platform called Z Connect. Basically, you'll be able to ask any questions. It's an open forum, trading Q&A. You can ask any questions. We have a team here who will help you out with any questions that you have. And if you'd like to to participate, you can create content as well. If you want, you can answer questions which other people have as well. So this is a great platform for learning. And also we have education initiative called Varsity, where we have many modules where you can it's a complete comprehensive resource for learning about trading and investing. So I recommend you guys to go through Varsity as well. And in case you have any questions with regards to this, you can post it in for example, let's say I opened the introduction to stocks. You can just open any of the chapters. You have any questions, you can post it down in the comment section as well. Okay, next is Zconnect. Zconnect has it basically consists of all the important updates that we have, and also basically it explains the different processes that we have. And I'll just open it up. Just give me a minute. So if you click on menu, you'll be able to see all the latest updates here. You can go through all the articles here. We have plenty of articles explaining a lot of processes that goes on. You can post any questions that you have here as well. Okay. Next is we have Chrome extensions for Zerodha, which you can download it from the Chrome extension store. Just a second. Okay, so you can just type in Zerodha here. You'll be able to see our Chrome extensions, which you can use. You can just click on Add to Chrome. And we also have Pulse by Zerodha. It's basically a news aggregator. You won't have to, you'll get all your news in one place without having to going through ads. So you can, we also have the brokerage calculator in the Chrome web store. Alternatively, you can go to the brokerage calculator from zerodha.com as well. If you just click on menu here, you'll be able to go to the brokerage calculator, and all our charges are explained in the brokerage calculator, and the detailed list of charges, you'll find it on our website as well. So apart from this, apart from what's there on the list of charges, you won't be charged anything. Okay, so this covers it, covers a majority of it. This was just an overview. In case you need any help in the future with regards to our platform, or if you have any questions, or if you're facing any troubles, you can always contact us. Just go to zerodha.com. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see an option called Contact, and here you'll find our phone number, that is support line. And if you have any questions, you can also send us an email to support@zerodha.com. Okay, and that's it, guys. Have a nice day ahead. Take care.